Welcome to Beards and Bangers.
It's alive! It's alive! I am driving my MG ZT 260. Now, it's still not perfect. There's still engine's running a little bit rough, but it has got power. It's certainly not popping, wheezing and hissing. Let's let this chap go. It is hunting a little bit intermittently, but it is driving much better. Hopefully you can hear the lovely sound of the burble of the V8. But yeah, it's been pulled off. This car will hopefully be going to Pride of Longbridge. So we've got a few more jobs to do on it. It does need a wash. It was washed yesterday. It needs another wash now because the weather's been so unpredictable. So I'm going to pause like that just to listen to the engine, because it just sounds so good. So yeah, a couple of jobs, wash, clay bar, polish. Hopefully I've got time before POL. Also just off now, so the reason I'm filming now is because I am off to ATS, who are not sponsoring this video, to get the wheel alignment checked and also to get the air conditioning regassed. So yeah, AJF Motor Engineers have done a cracking job in getting this car back on the road, getting it running right, and getting it through the MOT. Let's let this person go ahead. Now I've no idea whether you'll hear that sound until I play this back when I'm editing it, so hopefully you can. We will of course be doing more videos on this car, so I will be getting a bit of sound from the back. The exhaust isn't perfect, but got a solution for that. So yeah, so the immediate jobs that need doing are the wheel alignment, air conditioning, and getting the car cleaned so it looks reasonably presentable. I was hoping to get, there's a bit of a patch on the front, wing that needs sorting out. So I've got a quote, decent quote, to have that wing completely repainted. They're also going to paint the bumper as well, just so it blends in better. The bumper does need a little bit of paint on the creases. Sadly won't get that done before POL, but doesn't matter. The important thing is the car is running, and it's running much better than when I last drove it about 12 months ago. So I'll put you on a beard cam for a minute, just so you can see what I'm seeing, or what my beard is seeing more importantly. So yeah, just off now to ATS this afternoon, and then my next video on this car will be driving to Pride of Longbridge, where not only will 194, my MG ZT 260 feature, but also Bram the BRM. So yeah, I'm really excited about POL. Those who saw my live stream on Wednesday evening will know how excited I am. And speaking of live streams, that is something that I do every Wednesday at 9 PM for now. May do more in the future, but I'm really enjoying the live stream. So if you are a subscriber, or if you're not a subscriber, Beards and Bangers live streams at 9 PM British summertime on Wednesday evenings. So please do join. It's not all about cars. We do discuss other things as well, or other thing, which is mainly food. So yeah, do please join the live streams. They are good fun, and I hope that those of you who do join are getting something out of them. But for now, I'm going to follow this very slow van. A vehicle cleaning, conditioning and detailing chemicals van. I wonder if they've got anything interesting in there that I could borrow. Fairly local as well, I think. An Oxford telephone number. I hopefully he disappears soon, because I'd really like to... Go on, yeah, turn left, go on, off you go. Good lad, off he goes, right, and the D limit. There we are, that wonderful 20 seconds of me accelerating but having to stop again because I'm behind a Dacia Duster. Marvellous. So let's get to ATS and we'll do some more footage there. About to get the four-wheel alignment done. So the old tyres were on the car were pretty bad condition. Now whether that's because the car had been ragged around or whether the tracking's out, we don't know, but it's worth doing. It's, you know, not cheap, but it's worth getting it done. And while we're here, we're going to get the air conditioning regassed as well. So yeah, so it's on the special four-wheel alignment four-poster now. I've actually no idea what happens here, but we'll let this gentleman carry on with his work and we'll go get a bit of silent footage in a moment. So the wheel's kind of locked in place, we can see that there. Yeah, various bits and bobs about to happen. Yes, this is a learn for me as well as maybe for some of you as well. I'm now having to stay behind this line, even though I asked very nicely, but plugging some data in from onto his iPad thingy, and then yeah, let's see what happens in a sec. It's got these kind of stirrup things on now, and the chap is looking on the computer, so obviously something's about to happen, and we'll see if it needs adjusting or not in a second. And it's just reminded me, while I'm sitting here looking at the back of the car, the boot's slightly damp and it is coming in through the rear light seal, so I'll try and do that before Pride of Longbridge. But if not to worry. It was exceptionally wet last night, so I'm sure water was being driven in without mercy. Right, so the car's now higher up in the air because the tracking is out, so yeah, it's definitely worth investing the time and money to bring the car here to do this. So I'm guessing he's going to adjust the track rod ends and whatever else have you. So looks a very purposeful gentleman, so I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fine. And then hopefully in a minute we can get on with regassing the air conditioning. Yeah, so a couple of the nuts or bolts under there are proving really hard to get off. So we're seeing an increasing length of the breaker bar coming out from the stores. I suspect they've never actually ever been adjusted, which probably explains why the tracking's out. Don't know how well you can see, but as he's adjusting stuff, the numbers are changing on the screen. So I'm in my very technical way. I'm sure whatever he's doing is working. And we have had swearing, ladies and gentlemen, because he did bash his hand trying to undo one of the nuts. Got to be so careful bashing your hand with nuts. So tracking complete. Yeah, it's all alright. So we just need a new bush on the track rod end bush on the, and I'm saying this as much to tell you, but also to remind myself, on the near side front. So yeah, new bush on there. So he's now doing the air conditioning. So I think this is a question of emptying the gas, flushing the system and then refilling it. So yeah, we'll see what happens in a minute. Right, so the AC's been refilled, but it's still blowing warm air, so the fact it's got new gas, no leaks, it's got a new condenser that was put on when the radiator was replaced as well, tells me that the pump's gone. So that's a job for the list for this car. It's not Prio 1, because Prio 1 is getting it running absolutely sweetly and getting other bits done to it, but it's another thing we're ruling out. So it's all part of it, all part of keeping cars like this on the road, all part of, you know, getting cars like this back on the road, more importantly. So we will have to revisit the air conditioning another day. So that's the yeah, tracking done, air conditioning, not been charged for it, so that's good. Let's take it for a little spin now, see if it feels any different with the tracking done. It should do. 7 mil out, I don't know if that's a lot or not. Yeah, so we've identified a couple of jobs need doing. So the washer fluid, can't get it in gear again. The washer fluid is not staying in the reservoir, and the aircon isn't pumping out cold air. So they are things that we will need to address. Let's just take it for a little spin. Yeah, I'm wondering if the clutch is not too good, because the car just died. The idle hunted, but it hunted so far that it went to 0 and then cut out. So yeah, still not perfect from that score. Yeah, it's handling lovely. Handled well anyway, but yeah, it just feels a little bit better now. And the very expensive tyres that I put on the car will hopefully last a little bit longer. Yeah, so we need to look at the AC. That's kind of not that much of a priority for me, because if I get too hot, I can open the window. So yeah, I think once we will nurse the car to Pride of Longbridge. It is changing gear, it's not crunching, but it was just noticeable that the when I restarted the car, my foot was fully on the clutch was fully depressed, and the car was pulling forward on the starter motor. So that would tell me there's a little bit of slip, but I might be wrong. But of course, it's early days for this car. Whilst I've owned it for just over a year, it's not been driven for probably 18 months properly. It's certainly not been driven since I've had it. So it needs driving to see what else is wrong with it, because the you know, plugging it into T4 or P-scan doesn't tell you everything. But it's certainly sounding nice, even if it isn't perfect. Changing, it's not resisting changing gears. Yes, we'll take a very gentle drive up to Pride of Longbridge. We certainly shan't be bombing down the motorway. It'll be a B-road blast. Better make sure my breakdown cover's in place, just in case. But yeah, we'll get up to Pride of Longbridge, give it a good run. I will do another video of me going to Pride of Longbridge. And of course videos at Pride of Longbridge. Yes, another fault is the handbrake switch is obviously not switching, because the handbrake is definitely off and I've got the handbrake light on. Assuming it is that, I think there'd be a light on the instrument pack if there was a different brake problem. And of course we just had the ABS module done. And yeah, it's good. This is why it's good we're now driving the car, because we can start identifying little problems. I really should stop videoing and actually go home and start preparing it for Pride of Longbridge, because that would be far better use of my time. And I'm really looking forward to the road trip video that Beards and Bangers will bring you. So yeah, really good. So thank you for watching. If you want to see what's going to happen with this car, then please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Please like the video, and please share with your friends. Share far and wide. But for now, the next time you see me will be on my way to Pride of Longbridge. Goodbye.